Okay, so she mentioned in the video that multiplying by I has an interesting property. So I'm going to look at a number. How about 3 plus I? Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
And I gotta go fill this out. All right. Now, what number do I get when I multiply 3 plus I times I?
Well, so you get when you get 3I, 1 minus minus 1 plus 3I.
Okay, I get minus 1 plus 3I. And where does that point live in the complex plane?
Minus 1 plus 3I. Up here.
Okay.
So you rotated this point. You rotated your first point.
I'm going to just have you write minus 1. Put your dot there. And then write it a little bit bigger like I did. Like write it up here, right? Big minus 1 plus big minus 3. Plus big 3i, not minus 3. Okay, very good. Minus 1 plus 3i. Okay, and what were you saying?
I was saying you just rotate this point up around the origin so that this axis rotates to become this axis.
Okay. Yeah, and if I had done it on a piece of paper, I'll take the dangerous step of just rotating like this, and you can see I go over minus 1 and then up 3. So you can see that's a rotation. So, and that turns out to not be an accident, but an actual property of the complex numbers. That, see, previously we were thinking that I was very hard to understand.
Yeah.
Because it didn't seem like the number 3. Like we said, you couldn't have an I number of apples.
No.
Yeah.
But am I hard to understand?
No.
No.
No. Is I hard to understand?
Not really.
Not really. There's the way of thinking about I, or I should say one way of thinking about I, is that unlike our other numbers that we can understand either by thinking about number of apples or scaling or something like that, we can think about multiplication by I as being a rotation, which is a very different idea than we've seen before with numbers. You don't usually think of numbers as rotations. But if we think about I as multiplying by I as being a rotation, what should I get when I multiply minus 1 plus 3i by I? I should get another rotation, and where should that point rotate to?
Here.
And what is that point?
That point is negative 3 minus I.
Okay.
And then your
Alright.
next rotation will
Well, but let's check, is that right? Is when I multiply this by I, minus 1 plus 3i, do I get minus 3 minus I?
well, yes.
Yes, you do.
Yes, you do, because I get the minus I when I multiply I times minus 1, and then I get 3i squared,
It's going to be negative 3.
negative 3. And now what's the geometry when this point rotates 90 degrees? Where is it going to go?
So, it will go here.
All right, and what is that point before we check the multiplication?
1 minus 3i.
1 minus 3i, okay.
And then
And what happens when I multiply minus 3 minus I
So,
by I?
negative I times I is going to be 1.
Okay,
And then negative 3 times I. That is going to be negative 3i.
so it does work.
1 minus 3i. And then, for the last challenge, where does this point go when you rotate it 90 degrees?
Right here.
Back to 3 plus I.
All right,
So that turns in, 1 times I is I, and then minus 3i times I equals 3.
okay.
And then it will rotate.
So we see an interesting pattern here. I to the first power is just I. I squared, we know, is
It's negative 1.
negative 1.
I
I cubed is
it's like negative I.
negative I.
To the fourth.
I to the
is
fourth is
1.
1. So we said the rotations were, this is our starting point, 1 rotation, 2 rotations, 3 rotations, 4 rotations. But we also said this was multiplying by I, so multiplying by I once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. So what should happen when I multiply by I to the 4th?
You should just stay there.
And
Which
that's
is
what we
1.
found. What should happen when I multiply by I twice? I squared is minus 1.
Everything.
So where should this point 3 plus I go to?
So everything just gets multiplied by -1. So you go to -3 minus I.
Which is exactly what we found.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool. So instead of being this super mysterious idea of this weird number that when you square it, you get -1, does this seem strange when you rotate something 180 degrees, it just becomes negative where it started?
No.
No.
No, not at all. And in fact, that's exactly
It is.
That's exactly what I is. I is a rotation.
Improper grammar.
Oh, shoot. Sorry, I am a rotation. All right. You guys like this?
Yeah.
All right, good work.